What up, guys? This is Leah.
And this is Natalie. This is the BRL Show.
Yep.
First of many. We have a bunch of things that we're going to be talking about.
Absolutely.
From just random topics to maybe some things that are close to the heart. And hopefully we can make you laugh a little bit.
The topics that we got going on, hopefully you guys can relate to. I'm pretty sure you can. Either you'll be agreeing with us, disagreeing with us. Either way, you'll be able to relate. So.
I'm going to say most people can, unless they're asexual for the first segment.
Definitely. And what she's trying to get to is about dating.
Yeah.
That's where we're here. We're here now.
Not only just dating, but relations, and not just relationships, but we're talking about like relations with, that you may have with your family, your friends, coworkers. We're going to talk about all different types of things as well. However, on this very first episode, we are going to talk about dating. And
I guess I jumped ahead a bit.
What do you mean?
I went right into the dating part. You're right. It's the more broad, it's relationships. But yes, let's get specific with the dating right now.
Yeah, we're totally going to tackle really what a lot of people are struggling with or a lot of people are striving in, I guess, supposedly, is where you meet people.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Leah, you're a beautiful lady.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.
Already with a compliment.
Absolutely. You're a beautiful woman. I mean, you probably are getting hit on left, right, and center. Is that confident? Can I say that confident?
No.
Lies.
No. Well, that is debatable. I mean, it depends, honestly, where you are.
Of course.
And it depends the type of energy that you're giving off to the person who might be interested. It all depends. I'm in a relationship right now. Mm-hmm. And so...
And where did you meet your lover? Your lover.
The number one place you shouldn't meet people.
At work.
At work. It actually is the cardinal rule that you should not get together with somebody at work.
I have now made it a rule that you don't eat where you should.
Okay, and why is that?
Because I had a terrible experience.
Tell me about this, because I actually don't know about it.
We'll talk about it, but I did ask you first about your experience with meeting
so my
your
experience
actual
actually
boyfriend.
Was a positive one for once. Because honestly, like you and like many others, the experiences that I had previously with dating at work was horrific.
Yep.
Such a bad idea.
Okay, and you still gave it the college try five
never.
Times later.
And it was not intentional, not whatsoever.
Okay.
The guy that I met, we actually were friends at first for like a good 6 months. And when I say friends, I mean friends. Like, I actually tried to get this guy on Tinder.
Killer.
I was on Tinder thinking like, yo, let's like, I'll get a Tinder date and you get a Tinder date and then tomorrow we'll talk about it and like, it'll be so fun. And he's like, nah, not at all.
He wasn't interested because he was interested in you.
He was interested in me.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I did not know that. And also, I don't think he was straight off the bat interested in me. It became a thing.
Okay.
And with him, usually girls that he... is interested in, he knows right away, and he like tries to get things started right away. But with me, I think it was like very organic, and that's helpful. That's helpful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Right in the beginning, it was completely a friendship, and that honestly it's a great base to a romantic relationship.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I started my situationship with a coworker who was also my boss, which is also
Lad. What's this?
Absolutely juicy,
spicy,
right?
spicy.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first met him, I was like, "Wow, you're gorgeous," and I thought he was a great looking.
Did you say this to him?
No, I never said it to him.
Girl,
You know,
I
front way too hard.
You
for
do
that.
front.
Absolutely.
I was like, you let it all out in the beginning.
I front. No.
Good.
No. So, I did think he was attractive, but I never made a move because I don't do that at work.
Yeah.
He made the move.
He made the move. The boss.
As the boss. Actually, at that time, he wasn't my boss. We were coworkers.
I was about to say, that's a little unorthodox.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure that would be an HR thing, boss or not.
I was just about to say, very on the line.
But this was a different industry that I worked in. I mean, I've been in a lot of industries where people do find love in a hopeless place.
Damn.
At work, you know what I mean? And it happens quite often.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard of other people from where you currently work, I'm sure, that you know people that have
Actually,
met
I'm thinking of a few right now. It's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it really, I mean,
It's
work,
the place you're there every day.
work is the new school.
Honestly.
For adults.
It's
you know what I
true.
mean? So you spend, if you were in high school, you would know I like this boy and or this girl, and you are seeing them, you're spending time with them,
And you're
getting to
focused
know them.
on that person.
Oh my gosh.
Because you see them every single day. You know
I
what?
get
It's
to
such
see
a nice
Jake
feeling.
at
Wasn't it
fourth
such a nice
period.
feeling
I
growing
can't
up?
wait. Oh
Wasn't
my
it?
God.
It was actually a positive thing. It was, you were looking forward to school. That's
Heck
the
yeah.
only time I looked forward to school was when there was a crush, which there was always a crush, by the
can
way.
guarantee
I made sure.
there
When I left the last one, I was like, okay, on to the new one.
On to the next one.
Who's
On
next?
to
Who's
the
next?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just keeps it fun and spicy.
Absolutely.
But so work can kind of feel the same way. Okay, so continue
Yeah,
with what
work
you're
and
saying.
school they kind of go hand in hand because that's where you're spending majority of your time. So that's where you're obviously going to find more people that you're attracted to, not just physically, but what's in there,
What's
the soul,
inside.
the soul food.
Exactly. And we kind of have no choice
No.
because we have to talk to these
We get
people.
suckered into
we have
it
no choice but
sometimes.
to interact.
Absolutely.
We kind of have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And I mean, we're talking about the most common denominator, work, in regards to meeting people. Mm-hmm. Where else, though?
Okay, so before the relationship I was in, I was actively looking for somebody.
And how were you
I was
actively doing
serious
so?
about it. Serious.
Wow. Why?
Okay, so of course we all tried the club scene. The club scene. Tell me, does that ever work? Because I don't think it does.
I met one of my boyfriends at the club.
But like boyfriend, like how long did this relationship go
It
till?
lasted on and off.
Get out of here.
On and off, but 3 years.
Girl, what?
I know, it was
Which
ridiculous.
club is this? Give the
this is
people the
back home.
tips.
This is back home thing.
Oh, shit. Okay, well,
but
there you go.
honestly, here's the thing. I didn't even give him a second look at the club. It was because my homegirl liked his friend. We went to grab food after, started a conversation, and I'm like, damn, this guy actually isn't an idiot or a complete creep. Maybe I should give him my number. And he called me the next day.
So technically not at the club. Did I get you there?
Technically, yeah, you're
Technically
right.
not at the club.
At the club, yeah, you're
And
right.
I think it has to do with the approach that guys give off at the club. Or girls. Both of us.
Oh my gosh. And here's my thing. I go to the club because I want to dance. I'm a dancer.
Girl, I believe every single word. I believe it.
Speak the truth.
Oh, I do not think you're
I'm
lying.
a dancer, but I will be there with my girls or really solo. I'll never
And
go
she's
to the
not
club
kidding,
solo,
guys, by the way.
actually.
No, I believe you
I
would.
wouldn't go to the
but
club
you'd have the
solo.
best time because you'd make some friends there. That's
You
how I
already
see you.
and I always make friends.
I know, I know.
You know, like if we got dance team coming through me and my girls, like we just go in there and we are when no one else matters, just the DJ
Oh my
and us.
goodness.
And I never go to the club to pick up, but I have been friends with girls and they're like, okay, let's go hang out at the bar and let's see if we can get like guys. Yeah, I know these girls as well. You know what I mean? And let's see if we can talk to a guy, get him to buy me a drink, and like, I'm not that girl.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you're that girl.
What was your experience like in the club?
So I was that girl. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would dress up to the nines, get my hair fresh done, look nice and all that. But and then the guys would approach, because that's the whole goal. And I would be eyeing them like, yo, I'm very interested, so come here. And they would
Come hither.
Yeah, come hither. And then numbers would get exchanged. So far my process is working. My goal in my mind is working. Get their number. They do contact me.
Yes.
But guess what it's for?
Booty.
To chat. No.
Booty.
A lie. No. It was definitely for booty. Definitely. And that's where I don't play. Like that was not my goal.
Yeah.
So obviously, finally, I clued in that wasn't working.
I can imagine.
I also like to read.
Okay.
Okay, I like to read,
Yeah,
and I
we
like guys
talked
who
about this.
I like guys who read.
Yeah.
So I tried this Indigo thing,
Oh, did
where
you?
I'd go to Indigo every Sunday, for 2 hours. And I would read. I was about to say pretend, because sometimes I pretend. But sometimes I would pick up a book and read. My eyes were not always on the page, though. You know what I mean?
So you would be like reading Moby Dick pretending.
Yes.
But then if you're looking at like the new Steve Harvey or something like Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, you're very intently reading this?
Absolutely.
Oh,
so the little book would be inside the big book.
Absolutely.
Of course. I'd be reading
the
Jane
Cosmo.
Austen. But inside I'd be like, yo, who's checking me? Anybody here?
Absolutely. Keeping your eye open.
I'd
One
be
eye on
checking
the
to see.
page.
I'd be checking
one
to see.
eye on the stage.
And guess what? That never worked.
No
Not
shit.
Even once. Not even once.
I love that you tried, though.
I did.
Did you?
I did.
How long did you do that for?
Around 2 months. I give it a
Okay.
2 months run. Every Sunday. I would dedicate myself every Sunday. And I'd be like, I like this man, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I like men who read, so.
Yes, this type of man.
So.
See, and so that's great that you actually have actively gone out in person. I did the online thing for a bit. And
Tell me about that, actually.
I'm gonna.
You're like, I was just about to. Why'd you cut me off? Anyways, continue. I'll try to keep shut down.
I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I tried an array of them. I tried ones that you pay for. I tried ones that you do for free, or you get the trial and that type of thing.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I dated more on the free one than I did on the one that you paid for. Isn't that interesting?
Very.
Because you would think that if people are going to put out some dollars, they want to get
serious
something
about
back.
it. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe it was my approach, or because I apparently I'm intimidating. I don't know what it is, but I'm intimidating.
Is that what they've told you, or
Yep.
is this just your
No, I've gotten
observation
it
of yourself?
since I was in high school. Actually, I've been told that I'm an intimidating lady.
Okay.
Or person.
Well, you're definitely a presence.
When I walk into
You're a
the
strong
room-
presence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe that's what it is, and
Okay.
so I don't get approached as much, and
Okay.
you know what I mean. But when I was doing it on like the free sites and stuff like that, oh my god, I dated so many guys. I dated a guy for like 6 months actually. That
From
I
a
dated
free dating
from
site?
a free dating
What is
site.
this, Tinder? Can we say the name?
It's POF.
It's what?
I know. I know.
Oh my God, I've never heard a successful story from
I
that.
know. And I mean, you know what? To be honest with you, and I sound like an asshole saying it, but it's true. I was bored, and that's why I spoke to him, because I really knew that he wasn't on my level.
Okay.
He had issues with the law.
Okay. Well, that is a good sign.
And then like he was just really bad with his money, and at this point I was hustling so hard,
Oh,
like
Lord.
working 2 jobs. Building a new career, trying to exit out of my old career, and he's like just trying to get money to buy bike parts because
Okay, where
he
does
liked
man
motors
live?
and not
At
in
home?
here.
With-
Oh yeah,
I
he
mean,
lived at
with
home.
parents?
Yes,
With
yes.
people that were paying for his rent?
He
Yeah.
had people taking care of him.
Okay.
And that's the other thing.
How old was he? Can I ask
He
that?
was my age.
But at the time, I mean.
My age. Oh, at the time, how
At the
old
time,
was I?
yeah.
Oh, I want to say. Oh, now I'm just gonna bait out myself with my age. Good God.
You can say the age. You don't have to say how long ago. It
No,
was.
it's true. Oh gosh, how old was I? I want to say I was 30.
Oh, and Men's was living at home? Okay. No, that's why I kind of want to laugh at him. A little bit more than I was.
Trust me, dog. And I remember, okay, this was the deal breaker for me. So I had been talking to him. We'd been doing our thing for a while. And then he made a stupid financial decision. And he took all the money he had to buy a motorcycle. And then this dude crashed it 2 weeks later. I'm like, you know what? Minable.
You can't make this stuff up.
I can't, and it's
Yeah.
real. That's really how
That's
it
real stuff.
went. And that's basically how I've been meeting. You know what? I like meeting people through groups of friends, or
I think
that type
works.
of thing.
I think that
However,
works.
I have been set on some blind dates, and they didn't go well.
Okay, and how was that set up? Was it with a friend who really thought you would connect with this guy that she
100.
really knows, and you guys are gonna make it work?
He's
Is it
so
one of those?
bubbly, and he's really funny.
He's
and
just
la,
like
la,
you.
la.
Male
my God.
version. Have you
He's
heard
your
that?
oh
He's
my God,
male
he's your twin.
version.
I think I saw your soulmate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just had somebody text me and like, oh my gosh, Nat, I saw your soulmate on the bus. He was working with
You're like,
kids.
it's funny that you would know my soulmate.
I know. I'm like, oh, really? I laughed when I read it because she's like, oh my God, he was working with kids, and as soon as he got on the bus, like there was a presence, and I got the same vibes as I get from you, and like if I see him again, I'm gonna get his number for you. And I was like, please don't. I don't want you to do that.
You're like,
you know
that's just not the way I want it to work.
I'm not into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man.
You can be his friend.
Yeah.
Be his friend. And then maybe I'll be a friend
and then
as well.
maybe get to know him a little bit more before you can call him a soulmate.
Absolutely. Don't just go calling people my soulmate. You don't know.
No.
You don't know what's in my soul.
No. Sure. Also, would you say you're actively looking, or like you really want to find somebody right now? I don't see that with you. I see that you're doing you right now.
I will always do me because that's always what I have.
Yeah.
Right? You always will have you at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
If somebody decides that they want to,
participate in that.
Absolutely. If they want to join in the fun.
Join in the fun.
Join in. But you have to join in. Jump and wave.
Yeah. And wave.
But honestly, like if somebody did come at me with the right approach and I didn't get the creeper vibe, because I get that so often because I've had a very similar body to what I have now.
Okay, and let me describe it for you guys who don't know how her body looks. It's voluptuous, curvaceous, and just a delight. Your body is a wonderland.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that.
Well, they need to know.
But that's what it is, and I've had this body from when I was a child still. And being a child.
It must have been a long
girl,
life of that.
I've been dealing with the bullshit for so long.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not able. I just can't.
I understand.
So, I have a family that is very male heavy. I had a lot of male friends growing up as well.
True.
And I just know the game so well.
Okay, so that could be a part of the intimidation.
Because I know the bullshit before it even
Not only that, you have
me.
a crew of male counterparts around you.
Absolutely.
That's intimidating in itself.
Okay.
Like they have to go through them to get to you in a way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or at least that could be the perception.
Oh, man. I remember, like, with one of my boyfriends, all of my friends was just like, put them in the corner, gave them the whole...
That's lovely.
Let me tell you, this girl is A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way to Z.
Yeah.
So you need to be sure that you are...
I love it. I always wanted that growing up, but I only had girlfriends who would be like, no, she's ready. Let me just push her into you. She wants you. Hello.
Oh, my God.
So, no, it was never the case.
You know what? I'm open, but it has to be right. And, I mean, you found something.
Man.
Feel like there is some real longevity.
Yeah,
there.
and I forgot to add how the whole working with somebody and being in a relationship worked for me is I left the company a month after we started dating. It was fantastic.
Perfection.
It was perfect. And I knew I was leaving. Like I had no choice but to leave. And I was told this ahead of time. Mm-hmm. So when we started the relationship, it was kind of like, this actually can work. If that wasn't the case, we would have to reconsider things.
I believe
right?
it.
How can you guys tell me, I don't know, how can you work with somebody 24/7, like every single day you see that same person and then you go home with them?
Nothing.
That's a little much. No. It's a little much.
It's a little much.
It's good. Imagine. You need a little bit of separation, you need a little bit of space.
Yeah.
So that helped.
I mean, that's our takes on how we've met people and how we can meet people and what we've tried and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it doesn't mean that, for you, you're kind of off the market.
Yes, I'm off the market.
You're off the market.
But Natalie is on the market.
Oh, boy. Can you not be the girl on the bus?
I'm that girl. I've learned. And now I'm used to it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, but those are some things that we've tried. I don't know if there's something that I might be missing. Maybe an extracurricular activity, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We will continue with this because this is not done.
You know what? We're going to talk about...
You
know what we're going to do? We're going to talk about first dates. Next time.
We'll do that.
We'll wrap up this segment, but we're going to talk about first dates and how the whole the romance and whatnot
absolutely.
And the courtship and whatnot.
And etiquette. I really am strong on first date etiquette. I have some simple rules that I think must be followed, and I could be wrong with how I think about it, but listen, we all have our little expectations.
I can't wait.
Okay, we'll do that next time. That's absolutely right.
If if you have some music that you want to send our way, please do. You can email it at the BRL podcast at gmail.com. And we can take a listen and see if we want to throw it into the mix and whatnot. And that would be lovely.
Absolutely.
But now we're going to talk about some things that we absolutely are passionate about. And we're going to pull it out of our box right now.
Yes, this is called What's in the Box. All right, and you're about to find out what is in the box.
All right, so Leah, why don't you tell the people what's in the box today?
All right, let me pick it out right now. All right, Natalie, hope you're ready for this. What's
Born ready.
in the box for today
is
public transportation.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right.
I got a lot of things to say about this one.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I've definitely taken public transportation. I'm also a driver.
Look at you.
Don't
look at
stop
this
at all.
one.
But I
'cause
have.
I'm not. So
I mean, but you know,
shameful.
I've obviously taken public transportation. I do
course.
still take it.
You do.
because
Like
you have to.
like,
Especially if I'm gonna drink and whatnot, or
absolutely. Also, you
if
live in the city.
parking
You
or
live in
the
the city.
parking, and
It's kind of necessary to take it.
you have to.
You kind of have to.
Absolutely.
No matter what, even if you drive. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the way it works in Toronto.
It's about the transportation mix.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I say unfortunately because these are probably going to be some, negative things to say about public transportation. I don't really have much positive to say. A lot of people I know really are displeased with the TTC, but that's not even the issue here. Like I said earlier, I'm all about etiquette. Mm-hmm. So public transportation falls into my line of thinking when it comes to etiquette. Mm-hmm. There's a lot that you kind of have to abide by that's not really written. It's not written rules, but it's kind of something that we should follow.
Courtesy.
Common courtesy, common
So you're
sense,
talking
really.
more so of the people that you're sharing the space with, as opposed to the actual systems.
Yes. I mean, we can get into the system all day, but let's focus on the people that are taking the system.
Being public.
Being public. Because we have a space that we have to share. Like, we have no choice.
Yes.
We have to share this space. So let's be considerate.
No funky breath.
Well, sometimes people can't control that one.
What? Yes, you can.
People don't know when they have funky breath.
Everybody's got a toothbrush, and everybody can buy a pack of gum.
But some people are just prone to just some stank breath.
And that's acceptable?
Not at all.
That's
But how do you
offensive.
address somebody with stank breath?
You
How are they
offer them
supposed to
gum.
know they got some stank breath?
You offer them gum.
Some strangers?
Hell, especially if they're going to be too.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
You've offered a stranger some gum.
I will grab some for myself and just be like, boop, do you want some?
That is the most obvious.
You know how bold I am.
That is a very bold. I'd be very offended, but at the same time, I would appreciate it.
You know what? In my eyes, it's
Especially in the
a good-looking
morning.
gum.
I'd be like, yo,
Hell
good looking.
yeah.
Oh, I'm about to go into work this way?
Oh my gosh. And like, what if, I mean, I don't know how far that person is going or where they're going. What if they had a job interview?
What if they had a date?
What if they had a date?
Ooh, back to that. Shit. That's something serious.
Telling you.
That's really nice of you, I guess.
Thanks.
Let me give you some credit there.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I wasn't even talking about stank breath. I was more talking about just space in general.
Like proximity.
Proximity. What do you think about people with big ass backpacks? Do you think they should take it off, put it in front of them?
Yeah.
Can they keep it on their backs? Is that okay?
I mean, if you had luggage, you wouldn't be able to put it on your back. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to have if you were taking a trip. Because I see a lot of people that get on the subway and you can clearly tell they're going to Pearson or they're coming from Pearson.
Yeah.
They're not going to try and put that on their back. You know what I mean? If it's something that's going to take the space of another person and their body, then yeah, you have to have some consideration.
You
Put
have
it
to
on
have
your feet.
consideration.
Put it on your feet.
Okay, I'm kind of a victim of keeping the backpack on my back. And then I feel this is Toronto's way of telling you, take your backpack off. It's a nudge. It's never, please take it off. It's never, take it off.
Right.
It's a nudge. You just get a little push on your back. And I'm like, oh, yes. Torontonian, thank you. Because I know how we are. We're not very talkative people when we get on the subway. We don't talk to each other.
Sharing the space with,
we don't talk to each other. So for me, like if somebody is kind of encroaching on my space, I use my words because I know how to speak English. So I don't really understand why other people can't do the same. I say, excuse me, and I say it loud too. Excuse me. And they get scared like I pulled out a gun. They get scared like they get shook. Like they actually shake. They can't believe that I spoke to them. Why is that?
Talking to them.
What is that?
Because people are in their own world. a lot of the time, especially if they're on the subway. Some people even take that time to decompress from the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're just like in the zone. They're thinking about that deal that they just put in, or their boss that is wanting them to come in on Saturday, or whatever it may be. The kids, oh my God, did I take that steak out for dinner? I don't know. Am I gonna have to get pizza? Oh God, like what is that? Like it's other things, because you can do that. That's the beautiful thing about public transportation is like you have that time to just let your brain zone out after a hard day. Whereas for me, like as a driver, I'm concentrating now on the road and not slamming my brakes or hitting the person in front of me, checking my blind spot, all those things that come along with that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I actually think you're giving the people of Toronto a little bit too much credit. I might get in trouble for this.
Okay.
I think because I'm comparing it to subway systems that I've seen elsewhere.
Okay.
Like in LA, I've taken the subway transportation there. In New York, I've taken it.
Me too.
Holy crap. Really different experience there. If people are, bothered by something on the subway, they let it be known. They use their words and they let it be known. I think in Toronto, we're a little bit scared. I think we're a little scared to say anything to each other.
Well, that's funny because there was that story about the guy that was sitting on the subway with his feet on the seat,
and these
the
are
lady
two
went
bold.
and
These
sat.
are two bold Torontonians.
Clearly,
I've never seen anything like this.
Absolutely. But what is your thoughts on that? If somebody has their feet up on the seat,
okay,
and there's clearly a limited space for seating and whatnot.
Okay.
Like, are you going to say something or are you going to stand?
Well, it depends on the situation. So in that situation, there was multiple seats available. So this boy had his feet on another seat. But it was actually pretty clear on the subway. It looked like it was like maybe in the middle of the day. And this older lady went and came and sat on this boy's feet, and she could have sat anywhere else. So in that situation, in that context,
she was looking for the
She was looking for it. 100% no excuse. Take your damn feet off the seat. This is not, your couch.
You're not home.
And
You're
your feet are dirty.
It comes back to being
also
in a public space.
shoes. Like,
come on.
It's a public space.
You have to have some common courtesy. And I think that's something that a lot of people, especially, and I hate to say it, but the younger generation, they don't have the manners.
Entitled.
Absolutely.
And not to, stereotype, but he was a younger gentleman.
He was.
So he kind of falls into that.
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up respecting my elders. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And really just having manners.
Yeah.
Overall.
Common courtesy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he was wrong for doing, but she was wrong too, Natalie.
She was looking for a fight.
I think she was
She
wrong.
was trying to teach a lesson.
Okay, it's one thing if every single seat was, taken and she really needed to sit down because her back was hurting her from a long day or something like that. But this woman could have sat anywhere, okay? And she said, I'm doing it. She said, I'm proving a point. Well, you need to learn, is what she said.
You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. And he goes, no, bitch, I'm not.
No, he really
because your ass is getting off my feet.
Yeah.
And he physically pushed her up.
Terrible.
Well, respecting your elders.
See, I would be ashamed if that was my kid.
Absolutely.
I would be absolutely ashamed if that was the type of actions that my kid was doing out in public, to the point that it's now blasted in the media.
Oh my God, it went viral.
Absolutely.
Americans were watching this. That's when you know.
Like you have to take some onus as a person and as a parent with
Yeah. But then again, being in this, weird generation where everything, all publicity is good publicity. This boy's probably loving the attention.
He's no Cash Me Outside, though.
Nah, he wished, though. He wished he'd actually probably push her a little bit harder to see if he could get some more trends.
I believe
if he could trend a little bit longer.
He probably should have told her to cash him out on the next stop.
That would have been helpful.
Cash me on the next stop.
Oh, man, he would have been. We'd be saying that right now.
Cash me at St. Clair.
Oh, nice. Cash me at St. Clair. It has a nice ring to it. Yeah, he missed his opportunity.
He really did. See?
He did.
And then the parents wouldn't have cared because he would have been rolling.
No, he'd be in Dr. Phil right now. Another one. Another you, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil would be like, this is great for me. And the boy would be like, this is great for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another issue with the whole,
Oh, no, of course.
Well, we're getting into that another time. But
okay.
Absolutely. I You're like, it ends here. No, but really, I'm so conflicted with that one example.
Okay,
I'm
so
very
what
conflicted.
else are your thoughts on public transportation?
What do you think of mansplaining? Which is, I guess, a little bit similar, but not as severe. Do you know what mansplaining is? Not mansplaining, oh my God. Manscaping. That's what I meant, manscaping.
Why are we talking about manscaping?
Nope, not manscaping. Nope. It's where the man spreads his legs on a seat on the subway, and it encroaches onto the second seat. You never heard this? There's a term for it, and I actually, obviously... Man-spreading! There we go. And that's Steve, by the way.
Spreading.
Our honorary man on the show. Who can...
Steve's our producer.
He's mansplaining this to me right now.
I'll get all the blame and all the glory and whatever you decide to
there
choose.
you go. Thank you. Manspreading. See, that's a thing.
Because when you said manscaping, I'm like, why are we talking about pubes?
No, I didn't want to go there.
I'm glad we're not.
No,
Okay.
let's actually escape from that. We're not even going to go close to that one.
Let's manspread to something
Can we go
else.
manspread? Manspreading never... it became a trend, and I didn't really understand... I've seen guys do it, and I guess it's offensive to women. I didn't really understand that one. I was wondering if you understood it too, but...
Okay, so you're saying that when guys open their legs on a seat?
Yes.
And is this...
Steve, was it not a trending topic at one point,
Oh,
like
for
2
sure,
years
yeah.
ago?
I mean,
like
it
2
was,
years ago, it was a big thing.
Yeah, it's when a guy basically just spreads his legs, completely covering up 2 seats, and not even bothering to
There we go.
move whenever it's like a packed subway.
Okay.
What's your issue on that? Or how do you feel about that one?
See, because of the mind and the experiences that I've had, I wonder if the guy's just super hot and he needs some air.
No, they generally
you
weren't.
take it
The only
sexual.
hot guy I saw was Tom Hanks doing it, but
No,
he was
like-
accused of it, but he never actually
Tom
did
Hanks
it.
But
is
I
not
mean,
hot.
not hot. I mean, like
Also, Tom
sweaty.
Hanks is not hot.
I mean, like sweaty
Keep that
in
in
his
mind.
region.
Oh, he
As
just
in
needs
warm.
to.
Like, he needs to-
hot in that way. I took it like Steve did, where the man was hot,
I mean,
so
like if he's
let him do whatever he wants.
His body heat is up there. He had a long day, and he needs to spread it open to get some air circulation in the region.
You're a very considerate person. You really see it from the other side.
I have to
because
look
I
at
only
it.
see it from mine.
I have to look at it from every aspect.
Listen, if a person is taking up 2 seats, man, woman, child, I'm going to say something.
So you prefer him stand with his legs spread out?
Absolutely.
To breeze.
Yes. Not in front of me, though.
Free breezy.
Somewhere else. He can free breeze somewhere else. But let me have that seat is what I'm trying to say. Listen, I'm one who loves to sit.
Absolutely.
I'm one who loves to sit,
Me too,
especially when
if
I'm
you have
going
a long-
home. There you go.
After a long day, or if you have a long
I like it
ride.
in the beginning too. But
Okay.
but more also I'm lazy.
it's
That
true.
definitely helps with it. But after a long day, I know we all feel the same way, but don't take up 2 seats then.
No, it's
That's
true.
crazy.
I know in other transits and whatnot, a lot of people will take their backpack, especially if you have like the double seater.
Yes.
They'll put their bag on one seat and then they sit on
Nope.
the other. No, that's not
That's
acceptable.
a no,
either.
no. And I
Okay.
will definitely call you out for that because I'm so passionate behind that.
What if the subway isn't full?
And do I have a seat? Because I actually only care about
Yes.
myself. Okay, if I have a seat, then I will give you a dirty look but, from my seat, though.
Why?
Because what are you doing taking up 2 seats? It's still not allowed.
But it's empty.
But how about if somebody wants that specific window seat or wherever you're
Right
taking up?
beside me?
Maybe.
That's like when you go to the bathroom for a guy. That's like when they go to a urinal and the guy picks the one right beside him.
Is that really like weird? Do guys not like that?
when it's empty?
No. You need at least a buffer urinal.
Come on.
Yeah.
Do guys do that, Steve?
Oh yeah, we need at least a buffer in order to be able to feel comfortable. Like we're never comfortable standing in a urinal.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
You're all balls out. And
I don't even like
everything.
sitting beside a girl in a
why?
stall.
I don't need someone looking.
Actually, I don't like sitting beside girls in stalls.
See?
I actually don't. So,
So
I
that
totally
is
get
my
that.
point, and there you go. Point in
Okay.
case.
Okay. I just think
Case
it's a
in
little
point.
greedy. I think it's just a little greedy, is all.
You know what? If the train or the bus or whatever, if it has the space
Yeah.
and you'd rather put your bag on a seat as opposed to the floor or on your shoes, then I don't see what the issue is.
Okay, so you didn't. Okay, but feet is different.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're dirty.
Okay.
Your bag is on your back or your hand or your shoulder or something like that. Usually, you're not dragging your bag across.
Feet are always on the ground.
Imagine you saw somebody walking onto the subway and they were dragging their bag from the actual landing all the way into the train.
And then they put it on a seat.
Boop.
And then they think it's allowed now.
That would not be allowed.
Okay, so you draw the line at basically how dirty it is.
I draw the line in the dirt about the dirt.
About the dirt. Ooh.
Absolutely.
There you go. We're going to remember that one.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I think that's
totally
what it is,
makes
right?
sense to me. Okay.
I mean, those are the things. It's not being clean.
Okay.
Be clean. Brush your teeth. Bathe.
Yeah,
like,
clearly you have like a stream where like you don't like dirty. So stank breath, dirt feet. What else
You're in
can
a
we say
shared
is dirty?
space.
Yeah.
Let that,
so keep yourself clean.
Imagine having to be on an airplane with somebody that has the stinkest funk odor, and you have to fly 5 hours.
Oh yeah, BO is a mother.
Come on, man.
BO is rough.
Be considerate, and you should want to take care of yourself.
Speaking
like
of BO,
that.
this is so off topic, but I went to the dentist on Friday.
Yes, you did.
And my dentist had the worst BO. How do you work with that?
See, that's not acceptable either. If
Yeah,
you're
but
going-
what can I do? And a man's he's working,
with
and his
mouth
armpit,
open.
but his armpit is on my face.
No.
Right? And I have no choice. I have to sit there. What do you do in that situation?
Oh my gosh.
I can't do shit.
I need a minute. I would have to go. Actually, you know what my trick is? When somebody smells or if there's a funk in the air.
A funk, yeah.
I go to my wrist where my perfume is, and that's how I breathe.
And you keep your nose there.
And I will breathe through my wrist.
Thank you for that tip.
You're very welcome. I breathe through the
I
wrist.
couldn't do that at the dentist just because he's working on my
you
mouth.
wouldn't be able to. I don't know what
Yeah.
you would do for the dentist.
It was rough. It was rough. At least he didn't have stank breath, because that would have been a real issue. I'd be like, I can't come here anymore. You're a dentist.
Absolutely, these things they really do test the credibility of the person.
Good point. I actually did start rethinking about going to him again.
I bet you did.
Because yes, your breath's all right, but your BO is off, like horrific like that.
When you know that you're dealing with people in such close proximities, you should
keep yourself
really,
in check.
Absolutely.
Bring deodorant then, eh?
Come on.
Oh man.
Freshen up.
Yeah. Okay. Freshen up. Well,
Absolutely.
that's actually
You know what?
That's good.
That's wonderful. I think we're gonna
Leave it at that,
We're gonna
people.
keep it there.
You know, I
and,
remember those words.
Absolutely. And remember my tip, the wrist. You have to remember to put the perfume.
A sniff of the wrist.
Look at the snip of the wrist.
Sniff of the wrist.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed our bantering and whatnot.
Definitely. I hope it wasn't ranting.
I hope you come back,
yeah.
and we'll definitely do this again. Not next Saturday, but the following one. It's been real.
It's been real.
Later.
All right. Bye, guys.